I request all to stand as we observe a moment of silent reflection. Thank you.
By the powers vested in me as Vice Chancellor and Principal, I hereby constitute this congregation of the Central University of Technology, Free State, to open the university officially and welcome staff and students for the 2024 academic year. You may be seated. Thank you. But also a lot of staff members will just wear the blazers. They really like the university.
To the Chancellor, Dr. Thabani Mapai, the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Dube, the Registrar, Deputy Vice Chancellors, members of Council present, Deans, the Welkom Campus Management Committee members present, leaders of organized labor, the SRC President and his team, CUT staff members, parents, guardians, students, and distinguished guests. I welcome you to the official opening of the 2024 academic year at the Central University of Technology, Free State, Welkom campus. After 20 years of excellence and greatness, 2024 marks an important milestone as we celebrate the Central University of Technology's 20th anniversary. This is the year in which we will celebrate milestones which has made CUT to be a force to be reckoned with in the higher education landscape, not only locally, but also internationally. We are grateful to our students, staff, alumni, parents, and strategic partners who have been part of our journey and have contributed to CUT's achievements. Thank you for supporting us through our 20 years of service to higher education. Finally, we invite all our stakeholders, including government agencies, the private sector, parents, guardians, staff, and students to join us in the official opening, which also marks the beginning of the celebrations of the 20 years of CUT as a University of Technology. Without waste of time, allow me to introduce our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Dube, the Institutional Registrar, Dr. Sali Zingwa, the President of the Institutional Forum, Dr. Mantwa Molete, the Welkom Campus SRC President, Mr. Musa Dangobe, the DVC Teaching and Learning, Professor David Ngidi, the Interim Senior Manager responsible for special projects at CUT, Professor Patrick Fitzgerald, the DVC Research, Innovation and Engagement, Professor Alfred Ngowi, the Special Advisor in the Office of the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Clifford Ngomani, the Dean of Management Sciences, Professor Albert Stradom, the Dean of Health and Environmental Sciences, Professor Samson Mashele, the Dean of Humanities, Prof. Wendy Setlalentwa, the Acting Dean of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology, Professor Mutoni Masinde. And in addition, we also have amongst us, ladies and gentlemen, and our non-binary friends, members of the Senate and academics, campus management committee, and leaders of organized labor. And at this moment, I'd like to invite the SRC president to come forward and introduce members of the Student Representative Council. SRC president.
Mandla. Wethu. Sayithola kanjani? Hleli khonini? Thank you very much, Program Director, for the platform to introduce my cabinet. I just hope they are all here, but I can see that the majority are here. Let me start by greeting the Chancellor in absentia, Dr. Machai, the VC and Principal of the institution, Prof. Pamela Dube, the Executive Management, all staff members of CUT, the SRC, and most importantly, students of the Central University of Technology. I greet you. I will start by introducing myself. My name is Umusaka Michael Dangove, the President of Central University of Technology, Welkom Campus. I'm just going to ask my cabinet, when I call your name, please stand up and greet the house. I will start by introducing the Deputy President of Welkom Campus, Ntate Makintan. Then followed by Mr. Muteti, the Academics Officer. Then the Secretary General of Central University of Technology, Nkoliso Scott. Next to the SG, it is, my cabinet, what happened? And Lady Maliti, the PRO. The Student Affairs Memotary. Then we have the Sports Officer, Tate Tankiso. Next to Tate Tankiso is the Transformation Officer, Neodipai. Just behind him is Tate Kosana, our projects and campaign. Next to him is our Health Officer, Meditabe. Next to Meditabe is our Resident Accommodations Officer, Meteis. And behind, and lastly, is our Financial Officer, Tate Kodongwana. His name is Victor Lintui. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very much, President Musa. At this moment, I'd like to call upon the DVC responsible for teaching and learning, Professor David Ngidi, to introduce the Vice Chancellor and Principal.
Program Director, distinguished guests, I introduce to you the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Zibuile Dube, who will deliver her welcome address. Professor Pamela Dube has her own journey, which I'll take you through, now. Professor Dube's humble beginnings started at Kwamakuta, a small township south of Durban in KwaZulu-Natal, where she completed her primary school. She then went on to Inanda Seminary, one of the heritage missionary boarding schools which since 1869 has instilled in the black women that it has educated to go out into the world and exemplify the school's motto, which says, "Shine where you are." Before joining CUT, Professor Dube held an executive leadership role as Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Development and Support at the University of Western Cape. She was responsible for a transformative student experience, well-being, and academic success. She has had a versatile career stretching from a lecturer and researcher at the University of Siegen in Germany, lecturer at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Pietermaritzburg campus, guest lecturer at Kathmandu University in Nepal, Dean of Student Affairs at the University of Witwatersrand, to Director and Acting Director, Chief Director at the National Department of Education, and Head of International Relations and Human Resources Development at the South African Nuclear Energy Corporation. She was also a specialized advisor to the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Johannesburg, where she later headed the Human Resources Division as an Executive Director. A graduate of University of Siegen in Germany and the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Professor Dube is an accomplished international leader in academia, having attained numerous qualifications from national and international universities. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Arts honors degree from University of KwaZulu-Natal, and a Master of Arts and PhD from the University of Siegen in Germany. She has lived and worked in Germany after completing her doctoral degree. Professor Dube's PhD in interdisciplinary studies focused on English post-colonial literature, orality, and the new media, interdisciplinarity and gender studies, and communication and cultural studies. Remarkably, her PhD was published as a book in 1997. She currently serves on the editorial board of Resonance, which is the Journal of Sound and Culture, and has personally published international peer-reviewed journals. Her love of education and learning has kept her on the continuous professional development path. She has added several high-level management qualifications. Among others, include a program in management development at UCT Business School, the Health Meet America Women in Higher Education Administration Program from Bryn Mawr in Pennsylvania, Oxford, Strategic Leadership Program from Side Business School in Oxford University, and she also has a number of national and international boards for higher education and training. She co-chairs the Association of Commonwealth Universities, Higher Education, and the SGD's Network Steering Committee. Last year, Professor Dube was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Award for her services in supporting students by the South African Association of Student Affairs Professionals. She has also been nominated as a board member of the University Sports South Africa, which universities participate in varsity sports events. In addition to her substantive experience at executive level, Professor Dube has initiated effective partnerships and relationship building approaches with academic, government, key industry, and business role players. For example, she has initiated projects focused on student employability, data analytics for improved throughput rates, and student support. Food security, and project to challenge gender stereotypes focused on reconciling gender identity, GBV, and masculinity dialogues. Professor Dube brings an extraordinary tapestry of talents, knowledge, and wealth of experience and passion for working with students, who shall remain the #1 priority at the Central University of Technology, Free State. The title of the inaugural address, The Question of Technology and Human at University of Technology, is what he presented. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call Professor Dube to the stage. Zwagel. Kushwai. Nyamazane engadli. Nyamazane ehlala ehlathini. Over to you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much, Professor Ngedi, for a very warm words of welcome and introduction. Chancellor Dr. Vincent Mapai, members of council that are present or in absentia that couldn't join us today, the SRC president and the leadership and of the students, our executive team, senior management, the deans, members of MENCOM, Senate, parents and guardians who were able to come this morning, and those who are not able to come, we also recognize them. And of course, all our students and our staff. Good morning. Welcome to the Central University of Technology in the Free State. It's always such a pleasure for me to be here, especially at Welkom campus, and to experience the warmth and the hospitable campus that is always at Welkom campus. Please do allow me in the first place to take this opportunity to acknowledge and welcome our new Chancellor, Dr. Vincent Mapai, the gentleman who's sitting next to me. Yes, Chancellor, thank you very much, who despite his overflow of commitments graciously accepted our council's appointment to be the Chancellor of the Central University of Technology, Free State, with effect from the 1st of January, 2024. We're very privileged to have a person of your caliber, Dr. Mapai, experience and gravitas, and to have you as our steward for the next 5 years. It's really encouraging and affirming to know that we have a sage to seek counsel from in this mammoth task of crafting and shaping the future of South Africa through education. Dr. Mapai brings a plethora of experiences from academia, research and development, industry, business, and entrepreneurship. CUT Council could not have hoped for someone better. Chancellor, we look forward to your formal inauguration coming up in April, and thank you for already gracing this event with your presence as a guest. Welcome to CUT. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not for nothing that this town is called Welkom. It derives the name from its values, attributes, and the hospitality of its people. The history of this town is replete with tales of explorers, fortune seekers who descended on this town from all walks of life in search for gold. The discovery of gold in the Free State, particularly in this town, made it a habitat of humanity in its diversity and a melting pot of cultures. When our forebears called this place Machabeng, which essentially means where nations meet, they did so to capture its true essence as it attracted people from as far as Europe and as near as Lesotho, Malawi, and Mozambique, who came to work in the gold mines. It is not a coincidence, therefore, that this campus has been the first always for us to host our welcome ceremony for our new and returning students. It's a town and campus filled with warmth and imbued with a welcoming spirit of humanness and the values of Ubuntu, which we espouse also in our CUT Vision 2030 values. Whilst our forebears came to Welkom in their quest for gold, today people from across the world meet here also in their quest for knowledge. You too, the 2024 cohort, have come here to quench your thirst for knowledge, to fulfill your intellectual curiosities, and to gain and hone your skills to enable you to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. The comparison between the town that attracted gold diggers then and the town that now attracts knowledge seekers today symbolizes a significant shift in this kind of economy of yesteryear and now. The best articulation of what we are witnessing is captured in Manuel Castells and Peter Hall's book titled Technopoles of the World: The Making of the 21st Industrial Complexes, where they observe that universities are to the knowledge economy what coal mines were to the industrial economy. The fourth industrial revolution that we are witnessing is a knowledge-based economy. We would do well as a people to invest in education and position our university to play a meaningful role as a catalyst in the knowledge economy. Our aim here is to raise the bar in various aspects of our university, and we are harnessing all available opportunities to grow our offerings in the science, engineering, and information technology and other streams to take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution. On that note, it is important at this stage to also indicate that the year 2024 is a very noteworthy and special year for CUT. The university will be celebrating 20 years of existence, and this year we build on the foundations laid by our remarkable staff and students in various divisions and faculties over the past 20 years. They have made us proud to take the lead in several innovations and inventions. And for those of you who are already part of the CUT community, and for those who are becoming part of us, you can be proud of your institution. In the months ahead, we will continue to work towards our Vision 2030 to be a leading African university of technology, shaping the future through innovation. And most importantly, to celebrate our achievements since the inception of CUT as a university of technology 20 years ago. Dear parents and guardians, both here present and in absentia, for the next 3 or more years, your children will be in the custody of our stewardship. Thank you for entrusting us with the responsibility to co-create their future. I know that you expect nothing less from us than to empower them with the knowledge and skills to shape their character and values and to prepare them for the challenges of life ahead. Developing a skilled and knowledgeable society, shaping the character of a nation is the very purpose and essence of education. When we send our kids to university, we do so with a sense of hope that they can compete fairly among their peers for economic opportunities available in our country and beyond our shores. We send our kids to a university so that they can acquire the knowledge and skills for them to have a career and earn a living. And this is the utilitarian value of education. It is for this reason that at CUT, we place an emphasis on practical areas of learning and work-integrated learning to enable our graduates to be competitive in various places of work. And true to our word, last year, 99.9% of our undergraduate students were successfully placed for work-integrated learning. The role of education is also to serve as a catalyst for economic and social prosperity of a nation. It is through education that a country can become competitive globally in terms of skills and products it produces. It is also through education that we can bring development to our communities and improve the conditions of our people. All countries that have low levels of inequality, countries that have managed to banish poverty and unemployment among their people have done so on the back of the quality of their education system. A highly productive and resourced education system is therefore the oil that propels the engine of growth. And I want to emphasize that you have made a good choice. And I want to take this opportunity to reassure you, the parents, the guardians, and the students that by choosing CUT, you have indeed made a good choice. You are joining a very large community of over 1,600 academics and support staff and approximately 22,500 students across our 2 campuses. Last year, we admitted about 466 first-time entering undergraduates and over 300 international students. This year, we have a space for only 4,515 first-time entering and students, and already have admitted over 82% and expect even more as the clearances at NSFAS continue. As you are aware, universities have very limited spaces, and so you are privileged and have worked hard to make it this far. We are ready to also support you with our academic student support programs and to promote your success. Do get yourself informed about the variety of these support programs and make use of this opportunity to develop yourself and learn. Our large enrollment figures reflect the capacity of the university, the quality of the academic offerings, and the good reputation that we have cultivated over the years as a center of excellence. Our university offers students very diverse learning opportunities. Our 4 faculties of engineering, built environment, information technology, then management sciences, then humanities, and health and environmental sciences, including the 6 multidisciplinary centers, underscore our commitment to integrated curriculum which prepares our students for the world of work. Our excellence is a reflection of the strides and the progress we are making in growing our timber of academic and research staff. CUT already has 23 NRF-rated researchers out of 234 across universities of technology. Last year, we reached a target of 58% instruction or research staff trained to an advanced level of digital pedagogies to adapt with the times. To date, an addition of 134 of our academic staff have PhDs, and we hope to exponentially increase these numbers over the next 5 years. CUT is host to the prestigious DST NRF Research Chair Initiative in medical product development through additive manufacturing, led by one of our esteemed C1 rated researchers. By this, I'm just trying to show how our universities continues to make a significant stride among its peers. Last year, the university was recognized by the Times Higher Education prestigious rankings, which placed us at number 41 in the category of the Sub-Saharan Africa rankings. This is a significant achievement. Thank you. This is a significant achievement in the history of this institution. And these rankings and the ratings of our scientists give us confidence to prospective students and staff alike and their parents and their guardians that we are on an upward trajectory as CUT, and that we will continue to strive for improvement in these areas because we are aware that it is in the nature of human beings to want to associate with the best. University life is not just about academics. There's a lot of extracurricular activities that you will be exposed to, and I strongly believe a university must provide a balanced life where students can grow in both academics and social life. We have excellent teams and coaches in sports, arts, culture, debates, and student political activism. Feel free to participate and realize your full potential. We are also aware that the rate of crime and GBV is a serious concern both in our communities and on our university campuses. We strive to create a safe environment and conducive to learning and teaching, where our students and staff can learn and work and walk freely without fearing for their safety. So we are also in the process of establishing safety corridors together with the University of the Free State and fostering collaborations with our security and community policing forums. As a student-centered university that we always strive to be, we have made the safety of our students a #1 priority. And in this regard, we have initiated and completed various projects to install cameras, enhanced access controls on various entrances to our campuses, and strengthened our security systems. Now, the next part of my talk is really about the kind of graduate that we would wish to produce as a University of Technology. When he was a rector of Princeton University before he became President of the United States of America, President Woodrow Wilson lamented, and I quote, "the pedantry and narrowness of the old fixed curriculum," end quote, and argued that for the embrace of new ideals, investing in men who care more for principles than money, for the right adjustment of life than for the gross accumulation of profit is most important. His vision was of a university that takes charge not of men's fortunes, but of their spirits, because he believed his country was in need of more men who we can admire, not because they have accumulated great fortunes, but because they have thought great thoughts. And that's a quotation. It's not us that have to admire, but that's what he wanted the world to see. And you can see this was a long time ago, so it's still just focused on men. The women are not mentioned. That is the future university that I wish to build with my team, not just the focus on women, the whole university community, including women, everybody, staff and students. This is what we wish to build with my team and with all our staff and student university community. Those are the types of graduates also we seek to mold and produce. We want people who would be respected for what they stand for the ideas they have produced, for the inventions they have created, the patents that they have trademarked. We have declared in our strategic plan that a future CUT graduate would not simply be a self-serving entrepreneur, but a social entrepreneur who empowers others to transform their lives from the stranglehold of race ethnicity, and gender discrimination, and the many other forms of exclusion and subjugation. These are people who understand their social responsibility that we want to produce out of CUT. People who care not just for themselves, but for others. The role and value of education is not limited to imparting knowledge and honing skills. It's also about building character. I believe that education is an important conveyor of values in society. Institutions of learning are second to home, the places in which the young people like yourselves spend most of their time, and they are therefore better placed to shape the character of students and, by extension, the society. It is with this understanding of the role of education that we would be very disappointed if CUT students are regarded as becoming champions of hedonism or self-gratification. We would be disappointed because we expect educated people, especially our own students, to be exemplary to society in general and the youth in particular, and to be responsive and responsible citizens. But we will do our part to make your stay with us memorable, fulfilling, and remarkable. I'm also confident that you too, the ambassadors and future alumni of CUT, will not disappoint. However, it would be remiss of me if I don't take a moment to share with you a few words of advice as you embark on this life-changing journey, which I promise is not always easy at all. Studying for a post-school education qualification is like running a marathon sometimes. It takes long and it can be demanding mentally and draining physically. I know that there will be times when you feel discouraged, times when you will be engulfed by self-doubt, and when fatigue would weigh in and ugly thoughts of quitting will visit and trouble your souls. However, like a marathon runner, you must not despair when the climb is steep, for after every climb, after every hill, there is a downslope that follows. Yes, there will be potholes on the way, and the long gravel patches that you will come across, but don't give up. University life is both an exciting and challenging experience. It is exciting because you will forge new and sometimes lifelong friendships and learn a lot of new things about your studies and life in general. It is also challenging because you begin a new life in which you learn to be responsible for your own decisions. You have the freedom to decide where to go on your own, and when to go to your room, when to eat, how to dress, what to drink, and what not to smoke. There will be no one to chase you around asking if you have done your assignments or written your tests. Life at university requires a lot of self-discipline. Social life at a university is also quite exciting, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. Without self-restraint and staying focused, you may find that you are yourself lagging behind with your academic work. You need to find a way to strike a balance between your academic and social life. What I'm saying is that do not forget the main purpose, why you are here in the first place. There have been a lot of sacrifices to get some of you to be here, and you should not disappoint and forget where you come from and why you are here. But as I always say to students, we are a reflection of the friends that we keep and the choices that we make for our own lives. The people around us have huge influences on our character. What I mean is that if you choose to spend time with dodgy characters, you are most likely to start adopting some of those characteristics related sometimes with dishonesty, among other things. Similarly, if you spend a lot of time in the company of people who challenge you positively and constructively, who love education, you are likely to complete your qualification in record time. Your future is in your hands. This is an opportunity for you to shape it. And again, thank you for choosing the CUT as your university. We are happy to have you and excited to see you grow into responsible citizens who will make a meaningful contribution to society and the economy of this country and beyond our shores. I also want to extend our thanks to our campus choristers. Unfortunately, we didn't get to hear right at the beginning, but I know it's still going to be lit once you get started, because we know what you're capable of. By the way, our choir last year won the third in the bronze section in the Lengao Choral Music Association competition. The Welkom campus choristers scored third in the silver section. This shows that the campus life at CUT is vibrant and dynamic to develop student programs of the highest standards, where we promote student success in both academics and in the pursuit of co-curriculum endeavors. To our staff, thank you for your continued effort to improve our delivery. And to our whole CUT community, thank you for your support and for allowing us to serve you. May 2024 be the great year of thinking beyond our achievements of the past 20 years. I wish you all the best with your studies. Thank you. Kia re buha, baie dankie. Prof.
Thank you very much to our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Dube. Can we give her another big round of applause? We are privileged, Vice Chancellor, to have a person of your caliber leading us to be a cut above the rest. But at the same time, I can sum up your speech in 3 words: that you are encouraging all of us to be creative, to be experiential, but even more important, to be resilient. Now that we are done with the formal part of this ceremony, almost done, I reserved the festivities for the last, and at this moment we are going to call upon the CUT choir, the winning choir, to render us 2 or 3 items. Over to you, CUT choir.
Thank you very much, CUT Choir. Thank you, Program Director. Let me greet the House and appreciate the opportunity that has been given to stand before you on behalf of management and render some acknowledgement. Let me start by acknowledging the Vice Chancellor and Principal and thanking her for providing an official opening speech that restates her commitment to how she is going to lead. We welcome your official opening address, VC. It was clear without ambiguity, and we will be working together to support your strategic leadership. Let me then express appreciation to the Chancellor that took the time to spend 2 days with us. He was here yesterday, he is here with us today to get to appreciate the institution to which he has affirmed his commitment to serve. We thank you, Dr. Mabai. I'm then, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary colleagues, going to recognize the presence of council members and continue to say that we rely on the leadership of council to provide strategic direction. And each time we have an event such as this one, as significant as this one, and we have council representation, it is a restatement of their commitment to lead, so we recognize and thank them for that. Would like to take this opportunity then to express appreciation to the executive leadership of the institution, the management committee of the institution, the student leadership of this institution. We would like to recognize all the statutory bodies that assist us in shaping the way forward for the institution. We recognize members of the IF, members of the Labour present here today, and we are appreciating the presence of Senate. This is an academic opening. It is an event that signifies that we are here to proceed to give an academic agenda with clear focus led by a highest academic statutory body, which is Senate. And for all senators present here, you are recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here because students need to be given the encouragement that the academic year 2024 has started, and it is really, it is welcoming to see so many of you present here today, and would like to welcome you. If there's any parents that are present with you today, we would like to welcome them as well. I'd like to then, in conclusion, Program Director, thank everybody that took the time to participate in this 2-hour session. It is symbolic that we have now started the year, and I would like to hand over to you then for the remainder of the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our institutional registrar, Dr. Sali Zingwa. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I request all to stand as the CUT choir leads us with the national anthem.
Africa, Malupa.
Distinguished guests, I hereby declare this congregation officially dissolved on behalf of the Central University of Technology Free State. I thank you all for attending this official opening of the university for the 2024 academic year, for showing your support to the university, and for making CUT the university of choice in the Central region. I ask the audience to please remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. Thank you. Are you going to be able to jump here? Are you going to be able to jump here?